Welcome back everyone. As you can see, we're still standing in Septim Way in Old Hroldan, and oh, he's avoiding me now. I think I offended him. Okay, well, it makes things a lot easier. We are standing outside the abandoned house on Septim Way, and that is because we're going to take a real quick look inside and see what has happened during the last week. So the last week has been mostly about getting the scripts out to the voice actors. I'm hoping that there'll be 16 more voiced characters coming to inhabit Old Hroldan, making for a total of 26 voiced characters. So I brought you in here today because Bleakden is no more. It has been merged into Old Hroldan, and a lot has been done with the layout. I've spent a lot of time deciding exactly what I want and what I don't want, and trying to get something that actually works. So I'm quite happy with the result, and I thought I'd give you a quick tour around the town now. So it's now called Lower Street, and as you can probably hear in the background is music. Now there was an issue with Bleakden in that I set the wrong music for the cell, and when you entered the cell the music would fade out. That was just basically the wrong setting, so that's all fixed now, so no problems with the music. Now coming down into here, you find the layout's changed quite a bit, going through this here secret sliding door to get into the town, and that's back up into the abandoned house. So what I've done, I've kept the forge, and I've actually moved the forge over to this side of the town, and I've kept it because there is no forge in Old Hroldan. So unless you buy Woodhaven, then you get a forge, but if you don't want to buy Woodhaven, you're out of luck. So now you're not. Now you got a forge, a public forge, down here in this secret underground town. So what I've done here now is also brought the inn and put it into the largest part of the town, because I didn't want to let go of the inn. There's one inn in Old Hroldan, which is of course the Old Hroldan Inn, but I didn't think it gave a lot of choices for where people passing through would like to stay, and especially not for thieves or criminals or the characters that would be inhabiting this town. So I just peek through the window here. You can see the player rentable room. And this lady here will be voiced, and she will be a no-nonsense innkeeper. Keeps everything in order. So you can rent a room in the inn. Now moving on, the player house is still here. We had a look through that in another video. This shop, the Mortar and Pestle, will be staying here, because I think what I'd like them to do is the shopkeeper to sell poisons and the sort of illegal things that you can't really find in your regular alchemy store. Now I don't know if I'll be keeping it. Maybe you can all help me out here, right? A lot of player houses have the staff enchanter, so whether you consider this a cheat or not, I don't know. I am undecided on whether or not to keep it here. Maybe in the comments you could let me know what you think, whether you think I should keep the staff enchanter or should remove that because it's too rare an item. So this will be the Mortar and Pestle, and this is pretty much the town now. It's gotten a lot smaller because I tried out quite a few different layouts, and I think it was better to go with a smaller town that would have maybe 7 voice characters that would make the town feel inhabited, rather than it would be to have a much larger town, have 7 voice characters and have a lot of filler NPCs. So that was my reasoning behind making it a lot smaller. Bleakden used to be comprised of 4 different sections. It's now just 1. I've made it compact. I've put the necessities that I didn't want to get rid of, the forge and the inn, in with the central part. So this is it basically. A lot smaller, but very atmospheric. So we still got your cloak and dagger, and we'll just take a quick look in here. There's Darius. He comes down here, hangs around down here, And this is Ragnarok. This is the guy you do not want to mess with. And in fact, there'll be a couple of scenes in the town between the NPCs. And in one of the scenes, the first scene that I have planned, when you actually enter the town, there'll be an argument going on in the tavern between two residents down here. And you'll see Ragnarok put his foot down and everybody jump to obey. So that should be pretty good. Over here, we are going to have the fence shop. And this is where a lot of thieves pass through. And this guy here, Gunvik, is already in the process of being voiced, and he's got some really great stuff to say. He'll be acting like a proper fence, you know, not just a shopkeeper, a fence. And I think I'll do a little bit more work on that. But moving swiftly on, as you can see, it's really atmospheric. I've changed the lighting, or rather the lighting template, quite a bit. And now the general store, I don't think there's a need for the general store at all. There's certainly not. We've got Bellen's general goods upstairs, so this will probably be an NPC house. I haven't quite gotten around to that yet. And another NPC house. But what I wanted to show you in particular was this. Yeah, if you remember, oh, you used to be able to go through here to another section of the town, but not anymore. I actually tried putting Old Town, if you've ever played Bleakden, that's the abandoned town, onto this, and so it was all in one cell and you could access it through here, but it just didn't feel right. It was this abandoned town with nothing going on in it, sort of nothing to do in there, but well, except for live in the apartment. So if you've played Bleakden, you'll recognize this. So this is moved here from Old Town, and I'll show you around it real quick. But first, in the lower apartment is a familiar character, a Sweet Roll Bandit. And he's not quite, his apartment's not quite decorated yet. So let me quickly show you the apartment, which you access on this ladder. I have a nice balcony overlooking a wall and a town right through there. So this will be a buyable apartment and it'll be quite a bit cheaper than a townhouse. So let's just turn on the light here. I'll show you this real quick. This apartment has, of course, you can see out, it has labeled storage. It's a real sort of compact place, which hopefully makes things great for storage. So you've got a little kitchenette thing going on there, and most importantly in this apartment is access to Skyrim. Not set up yet, but this will access on the exterior of the town, so you can get into your home without entering the town, and you can evade the law, and that will make it a lot easier. Right, so that's pretty much it for now. I'm quite a bit happy with it being smaller. I think it's more atmospheric. I think fewer NPCs and all of them voiced is going to bring a lot of character and life to the town. So I think that it works out. But I just wanted to give you a real quick look. Still quite a bit of work to be done and voice acted characters to put in. But there you go. This is it, and I shall see you for the next update. See you later.
Listen closely. Ignore all the voices. You're listening for one thing. The one thing that separates a good thief from the bad. The one thing a good thief can hear above anything else. That sweet jingle of coin falling against coin in a purse. A truly good thief can pick that sound out in a crowded room above everything else. An even better thief can tell you exactly how much is in that purse. Practice it day and night, cause thieving ain't about bashing people over the head. Thieving is an art form.